August 16, 1942. A U.S. Navy blimp known as L-8 drifts silently over a California neighborhood. Its engines are off, its cabin doors wide open, and its two-man crew is gone. No struggle, no distress call. Just a ghostly airship with an eerie, unanswered question. What happened to the men aboard? Still interested? Stay tuned for the haunting mystery of the Ghost Blimp. In the midst of World War II, an eerie mystery took to the skies. A U.S. Navy blimp, designated L-8, embarked on a routine patrol over the San Francisco Bay Area. But what began as an ordinary mission quickly unraveled into one of the most baffling aviation disappearances in history. When the airship drifted back to shore hours later, its two-man crew had vanished without a trace. No sign of struggle. No clear answers. Just a ghostly, abandoned blimp hanging in the air. To understand the mystery, we need to start with the facts. It was August 16, 1942, and the world was in the thick of World War II. L-8 was part of the Navy's fleet of lighter-than-air craft, tasked with patrolling the coast for enemy submarines. These airships, often called blimps, were a critical part of America's defense system. The L-8 mission that day was routine. A two-man crew would take off from Treasure Island in San Francisco Bay, conduct a patrol over the nearby waters, and return within a few hours. The crew on board consisted of Lieutenant Ernest Cody, 27 years old, and Ensign Charles Adams, 34. Both were experienced and highly trained. Cody had logged more than 2,000 hours of flight time, while Adams was a seasoned officer known for his meticulous attention to detail. At 6:03 a.m., L-8 lifted off, carrying 300 pounds of ballast and enough fuel for a 12-hour flight. The mission was straightforward. Fly out over the Golden Gate, scan the waters for enemy submarines, and return. The crew made radio contact at 7:38 a.m., reporting they were investigating an oil slick, a potential sign of a submerged enemy sub. But after that, communication went silent. By mid-morning, when the blimp failed to return on schedule, concern grew. What had happened in those crucial hours? Around 11:15 a.m., residents of Daly City, just south of San Francisco, noticed something strange in the sky. The L-8 was drifting inland, seemingly out of control. Witnesses described it as descending erratically, its engines silent, its cabin doors wide open. The blimp eventually came to rest on Bellevue Avenue, crashing into a utility pole and a parked car. Miraculously, there was no significant damage to the airship or the surrounding area. When Navy personnel arrived to investigate, they were met with an unsettling sight. The blimp's control car was completely empty. Lieutenant Cody and Ensign Adams were gone. The safety bar, which the crew would have had to unclip to exit, was still in place. There were no signs of a struggle, no distress signals, and no evidence of damage or sabotage. The radio worked perfectly, and the parachutes and life raft were untouched. It was as if the two men had simply vanished into thin air. The disappearance of Cody and Adams sparked immediate speculation. How could two experienced officers disappear from a fully operational blimp in broad daylight? Over the years, several theories have emerged. One possibility is that they fell victim to an accident. Perhaps one of them leaned too far out of the cabin while investigating something below, and the other fell while trying to save him. But this theory raises questions. Why didn't they use their safety harnesses? And why didn't they send a distress signal if something was wrong? Another theory suggests foul play. Could the men have been ambushed by enemy agents, or even defected to the other side? Yet there's no evidence to support either scenario. No witnesses reported seeing enemy activity, and both men were considered loyal and trustworthy. A more speculative theory involves UFOs. The 1940s were a hotbed of reported sightings, and some have suggested that Cody and Adams were abducted by extraterrestrial beings. While there's no concrete evidence to support this, the sheer mystery of their disappearance invites such imaginative possibilities. Finally, some have wondered if the men intentionally disappeared. Could they have staged their vanishing to escape the pressures of war? If so, why leave behind a perfectly functional blimp and no sign of their intentions? Each theory seems to answer one question while raising another, leaving us with more mysteries than solutions. In the wake of the disappearance, the Navy conducted an extensive investigation. They found no evidence of sabotage, mechanical failure, or foul play. The case was eventually closed, labeled an unsolved mystery. The L-8 itself, however, went on to serve for decades. Nicknamed the Ghost Blimp, it became a symbol of one of aviation history's strangest unsolved cases. The airship was eventually retired and scrapped in the 1980s, but its story endures, captivating historians, aviation enthusiasts, and mystery lovers alike. For me, the tale of the L-8 is both eerie and deeply human. Two men, dedicated to their duty, vanish without explanation, leaving behind a silent witness in the form of an empty blimp. It's a story that invites us to wonder about the fragility of life, the unknowns of war, and the enduring power of unanswered questions. What do you think happened to Lieutenant Cody and Ensign Adams? Was their disappearance the result of an accident, foul play, or something far stranger? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And if you're as fascinated by unsolved mysteries as I am, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Join me next week as we delve into another story that lingers in the shadows of history. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Mysterio Files.